Hey, 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 what's going on, fellas? What's going on, everybody? Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? Josh, how's it going, Josh? Tony! Oh no, Gino. Oh no, I'm sorry, my man. Tony, picking up where he left off last week with the jokes. Jean-Marie, Dave. Oh yeah, Josh, I heard about that. Is this tomorrow, right, Josh? The blizzard? Dave, that's hilarious. You guys had me rolling last week. The only oh, it's happening right now. I'm sorry to hear it, my man. Hunker down. Hopefully, you got everything taken care of. You got some food. You got some things stocked up, ready to rock and roll. I wish you luck, my man. But you guys had me rolling last week, so I wanted to say out loud because I didn't have the ability last week with the audio to say thank you. You guys made it thoroughly enjoyable for me. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. I was worried that if I restarted my computer, I don't know how long it would take to update. And then if it was like 9:30 or something, I was worried about people because especially since we had like a bunch of new people come in, I was worried that it was going to be a bad thing. But you guys came through, so I wanted to say thank you guys for that. Thoroughly had me rolling. I know that you couldn't see it, but I was laughing at a lot of the comments, and of course, a lot of them at my expense, which I got no problem with. Being a high school math teacher, I don't attach my feelings and things like that to how I do things. So I got a really good kick out of that. So that was hilarious. You guys had me rolling. You guys had me rolling. Hey, there he is, Darren. What's going on, Darren? Got the break room all stars in the house. We got Jean Ree, we got Tony, we got Josh, we got Big Gino in the house. That's how I know it's going to be a good week. Oh no, not the heater elements. Sorry, Gino. Hopefully that's a quick fix. Hopefully it doesn't give you too much trouble. All right, we're gonna fire this thing up. Give it another minute or two. Oh, Darren, I was gonna say it, but I got too wrapped up in everything from last week. Man, how exciting was that this morning to watch the USA versus Canada hockey? Woke up first thing. I'm having coffee. My son's eating breakfast, and we're watching the game together. And he's been on a super big kick with hockey lately. So, man, the performance. I am officially a Jack Hughes fan. Officially a Jack Hughes fan. Yeah, it was insane. Immediately when big sporting events happen, I go on eBay and check to look at like memorabilia and cards and things like that. I saw that right after the game, a Jack Hughes rookie card, signed rookie card, numbered to 10. I think it was like number 9 out of 10. It sold for $50,000. $50,000. One of his rookie cards sold today. And there's lots of them for like a couple hundred a piece. But if you want to look at something, go look on eBay for Jack Hughes cards. Yeah, it's silly, but I imagine somebody with a bunch of money, a celebrity or something, wanted to get their hands on it. And I mean, that's going to go down in history, right? The Eruzione goal, people are still talking about it and it's all over. So I imagine this will be the case. But I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I always find it kind of weird when the MVP doesn't go to the team that won. Nothing against Canada, but it's always just kind of weird. Some of the guys on the radio were talking about it, and they said, if you're not on the team that won and you get the MVP, do you even still put it up at the house? Do you still talk about it? Do you still talk to people and let them know? Like, I think it's a good point. I mean, I think Hellebuck, man, for the performance that he put on, that would be a tough one to not give an MVP to. Yeah, crazy, the women and the men, for it to happen kind of the same way. It was insane. Yeah, great game. So much fun to watch. And then the Team Canada got all the Beanie Babies. Like, after they got their silver medals, they were handing out the Beanie Babies. Man, I got a really good laugh with that. So I don't know if you guys stuck around to watch that part, but that was wild. All right, still got a minute or two, I imagine, before some more people trickle in. Just a couple things for me for next week. For next week, the listings are up. I've added the multi-sport back into it. So then I've got black bag for multi-sports, and hockey is included. If you look at the front cover of it, you won't see like a hockey puck or anything. But I talked to my representative, and he said there is hockey in it. So all those same teams as before are represented. So we've got baseball, football, basketball, and then the other spot has potential for hockey, soccer jerseys, things like that. And then to go along with black bag for multi-sport, something kind of new. We've got a multi-sport value pack, and a little bit different than just the signed and slabbed. In the signed and slabbed, you're guaranteed signed and slabbed. In this one, there's going to be 3 cards per pack, and there's 10 packs per box. And the cards could be swatches, they could be signed and slabbed, they could be like signed patches, like rookie patch autos. So just so you guys know that I don't think that there are autographs guaranteed in this product. There definitely is autographs in the case, but not every pack that we open is going to have an autograph. So just keep that in mind. But it's got a pretty cool lineup here. As you can see, like Griffey, Harper, they got Herbert and Love. Up here, I think they got Ovechkin unassigned and slabbed. So just keep that in mind. I thought I was going to open this just so you guys could see like the bags inside. And I was thinking on a weekly basis that I would just number them 1 through 10. And then I would randomize which one we're going to open that week, like right before we do it, just to kind of keep it fair. Because I imagine if we just look at each individual bag, I don't know if we'll be able to tell or not if they're signed and slabbed inside. So I thought the fairest way to do it would be just to number them off. And then every week, one of them will just get removed from the list, and we'll fire it up and keep it random from week to week. So I thought that would be the fairest way to go about doing it. So I'm going to open it up just so you guys can see the product itself. It is a fresh case of it. We're not opening any of these tonight, but I thought I would open it up and number them just so you guys can see what it looks like and kind of go from there. So, all right. Lots of jokes last week with the transparency. So we'll start off strong this week with transparency, and we'll talk about some of these multi-sport value packs. There's even like Neymar up front. So there's some cool ones. Connor McDavid, the guy I was just referencing from Team Canada. All right. So in terms of packs, this is what they look like. And then I was just going to number them off real quick. So there's 10 of them per case. All right. All right, I think that'll do it. So not to beat a dead horse, but as you can see, 10 of them here, and I've numbered them all up. So that way we know on a week-to-week basis which ones are there and which ones are not. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to jump in. And we'll have those next week and probably for the foreseeable future, probably pair up like a jersey with one of these. I thought that would be a fun way to do multi-sport. Otherwise, guys, we're going to dive in here. So hopefully all is well. Yeah, it could be 3 different winners, very much so. There could be the 3 different sports, and I would send them out. So that's going to be exciting. As for tonight, we've got 6 items that are going to be up here on the table, which is exciting for me. And you guys can hear me, which is even more exciting. I think one of the comments towards the end last week was like, I said something like, I'll be back next week with the audio. And I think it was Tony that said, but there won't be any video. And then Dan said something about like me describing like all the items as I open them. And man, I got a really big kick out of that. So yeah, so that was a good one. You guys had me rolling. For football, we'll do the black bag as well as the signed and slabs. For signed and slabbed, I think I only got 5 left after tonight of these for football, and then we'll rock the black bag. I'll probably find something else to pair with it after that, but I think we still got like 5 more weeks of this strong. For hockey, we'll be doing the jersey that I've been doing for the last several times. I think only after tonight, I think I only got 3 left of these, so I'll try to find something else to pair with it. But for tonight's, we are pairing it with hockey pucks. We've got the Hit Parade Elite. It is Series 7, and it is box 3 out of 10. So I'm going to open this one up. So we got a fresh case so you guys can see it. And then this one, I don't think we need to randomize because all the boxes from the outside are identical. So I'll just kind of go in order from the top of the box. So again, we're not opening the whole case. We'll just open one of these, but fresh case, just you guys can see it. So there they are. So maybe I'll let you guys decide tonight. Should I open up the first one on the top there, right or left? Right or left? And then from there, I'll just kind of do it week by week. So first person in the chat, right or left? I'll do it right or left. All right, there it is. Darren says left. Darren was the first one to act on it, our resident hockey guy. I know we got some more hockey guys that have jumped in. So, all right, Darren, we're going to go left. So I got that one. It is going to be box 91 out of 100. The rest of them will go off the table, and then we'll see them in the upcoming weeks. But yeah, been super pumped about hockey lately, and my kid has been super into it. We're at Ice Hogs game last night to see my nephew and his classmates sing the anthem, and my son was all about it. So that was exciting. And then the last thing for tonight, we'll have the baseball signed and slabbed. And then I've got some RSA jerseys for baseball that are coming through. So we'll do some RSA. And as soon as Gold Rush restocks some more baseball items, I'll try to get some of those as well. All right, guys. In order, we'll go football, then we'll do hockey, and then we'll do baseball. I think that's my plan. All right, so we'll start with the black bag. As always, guys, I want to say thank you. We were completely sold out. A lot of guys came through on Friday and then helped out over the weekend and helped everything fill. So I do appreciate it, guys. As always, eBay does require that I mark all items as shipped, whether or not your team hits. If you do see a tracking number on eBay, that is your confirmation that your team is the one that hits and that you'll be receiving the item. I'm going to get these out tomorrow, hopefully in the morning. So we'll just take you on a quick trip around the bag. You guys know how I do things. Of course, that was the butt of a lot of the jokes last week, but I loved it. I even went back and watched the video just so I could catch all the comments, and it was enjoyable for me. All right, let's do this thing. We're over 10 minutes in. It's me just rambling. Now that I got the audio back, everyone's going to want me to go back to being radio silent. So, all right, good luck to all teams. Let's dive in. Football, black bag edition. Good luck to all teams. Let's get after it. All right. In terms of color, I got some blue. We got some yellow. We got some white. Mix. I got mix. Does look like a Chargers hit. So this is Ron Mix. Ron Mix on the big old autograph. It does have a Hall of Fame 1979 inscription. Kind of nice one there. It is a nice autograph. Beckett Cert. Beckett Cert 1W7 60292. 1W7 60292. Of course, welcome to all the new people. I didn't say that out loud. So welcome. My name is Bart. I'm the guy that was messaging you on eBay. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to jump in the chat. We got a great group of guys here. And I'm sure that you can jump in and have some fun if you'd like. All right. So then I'll double check to make sure here on the Ron Mix. I'm pretty sure we got a Chargers hit here. 74. All right, this is going to go Chargers. He is a Hall of Famer, as the inscription says. 8-time Pro Bowler, 9-time All-Pro. He's also an AFL champion. Played guard, played tackle. Ronald Jack Mix. 11-year career. And a big chunk for the Chargers. There's a Chargers hits. He's currently 87 years old and still kicking strong. Yeah, this one's going to be a Chargers hit. And the Chargers this week is going out to Josh. So this one's going out to Josh M. He said, let's go Bolts. Let's go Bolts. This one's going out to Josh. Congrats, Josh. It's a legendary Charger right there. Hall of Famer. Ron Mix. This one's going to have to weather the storm and make its way to you. Hopefully sooner rather than later with all the snow coming your way. But else you got some a nice hit coming your way as well. Yeah. Could have used him this year. That is for sure. Mad Dad's on it. So that's hilarious, Mad Dad. They definitely could have. If they would have kept Herbert upright a little bit more, I imagine that would have worked. Yeah, you'll clear a path for it. That's legit. Yeah. Darren will say the real bolts are for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and that will lead to some good discussion as to which bolts are best. All right, guys, let's keep it rolling. For our second item here, for football, we got the signed and slabbed. Take you on a quick trip around the box. Darren told me last week to go in reverse, so now in my mind, I just want to reverse all my rotations here. So, all right, we know the deal when it comes to the signed and slabbed. Triple transparency, cellophane wrapping, patented secondary seal, and of course, black bag on the inside. Let's do it, guys. All right. There goes the cellophane. Secondary seal. Good working order. And of course, black bag on the inside. Oh man, 15 to 20 inches expected there, Gino. Oh, holy smokes. In Northern Illinois, we have no snow on the ground. We had some flurries today, but no snow on the ground. Outside of these last couple days, it's been nice here, 40s and 50s. So I am not envious of that much snow on your end. All right, good luck to all teams. Here we go. Signed and slab for football. Oh, no. It didn't rip cleanly. I can only imagine what Tony's going to say. No, it's all right, Tony. Yeah, I was laughing at some of the stuff you were writing last week. All right, we got a banger, in my opinion. Eddie George. Eddie George. That's a nice one. It is PSA DNA certified. Eddie George on a blue Sharpie. It does have a 1996 NFL Rookie of the Year inscription, which is sweet. It's a little hard to see in the camera, but in person is very solid. This one's coming out of Pinnacle 1996, and the card itself is extra crispy, sharp corners. Looks good. Nice. Little rookie card out of Pinnacle here for Eddie George. Nice. And this one is the Oilers, which, if I'm not mistaken, became the Titans, right? So, no, yeah, they've been talking about it, Gino. So there's been a holdup in Illinois with the Bears getting a new stadium or improving Soldier Field. So then to apply leverage on the government and some of the guys that are calling the shots, the Bears have been threatening to move out of Chicago, which definitely has some legs. And then now they're getting Indiana in the mix. Indiana moving quickly, trying to get the Bears to come over, and they're expediting like everything for the Bears. And I think they're just applying pressure. So I think it's a smoke screen. I think it's just a leverage play. I don't think the Bears are going to Indiana, but we'll see. Money makes people do funny things. So We'll see how it goes. I hope not. So this is going to be the Oilers. Yep, Oilers are Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans going out this week. This one's going to Gino. Gino, welcome back, my man. The Hammond Bears would crush me. If it was and then somebody said the Gary Bears, the scary Gary Bears. I guarantee you one thing. You become the Hammond Bears or the Gary Bears, and you do not have me following the team anymore. I'll tell you that. So congrats to Gino. Gino, welcome back, my man. Nice hit. So Tennessee Titans this week. Going out to Gino on a nice Eddie George out of Pinnacle. Little rookie card. Yeah. Gino, one of our break room legends. Yeah. Hey. Tony's a nice guy. He doesn't live that far away from me. He's got a good sense of humor. If the Bears move to Indiana, I might be talking to you, Tony. I might see if you can find me a jersey at a good price locally and ship it out to me, and I might join you in your fandom. So if the Bears are making that kind of move, then I got to make my representative move as well. All right. Congrats to Gino there. And we had Chargers and Titans. All right. We're going to move to hockey. I'll do the puck second since that's our new item. As for the jerseys, last week, nice Chris Chelios came out there for Tony and the Detroit Red Wings. That was exciting. Darren had said it was one of our top 5 pulls that we've had so far for hockey. I think I would agree with him. Chelios, a longtime Blackhawk as well. Definitely one of my favorite Blackhawks. Kind of growing up. And just a tough guy. All right, we're going to get after it. Let's get some hockey going. We had some good juju today from the USA winning. Of course, if you're a Canada fan, it was good effort, good attempts. Enjoy the Beanie Baby. All right. Good luck to everybody. All in good humor, though. A lot of really great players on both teams. Extremely fun to watch. So hopefully you guys got a chance to enjoy it. If not, definitely worth a rewatch. Definitely worth a rewatch. All right, here we go. We got the seal. Nice and crisp, looking good. Let's do this thing. Good luck to all teams. How about another banger out of hockey? That will be exciting. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. All right. This might be a repeat hit from the last case, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this is Darian Hatcher. I think we ran into this guy in our last case, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Minnesota North Stars, which are now the Dallas Stars. So at that point in time, Minnesota did not have a team. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe this to be true. Yeah, I think this is the Dallas Stars. Even though the jersey itself will say Minnesota, they rebranded and moved to Dallas. And at that point in time, there was no team in Minnesota. I believe the Minnesota Wilds, according to my research, the last time I looked it up, became in existence in 2002, 2003. And I believe this jersey to be from the 90s. So we'll double check it. But even though the jersey says Minnesota, this will be North Stars. And this will be a Dallas hit. Staying consistent with what we did last time. All right. Give myself a little bit of space here. It is a nice hit. I remember Hatcher, when we looked him up, was legit. Yeah, Jean-Marie got that one. Yeah, it's a solid one. This is Darian, I think, right? I think this was from like the early 90s, and that is true. Yeah, Dallas Stars. All right, Dallas this week. Dallas going out to Wendy. This one's going out to Wendy N. Wendy N, first time in the break room. So congrats to Wendy. Yeah, little first time mojo. I know some of the guys in the chat will say that that's definitely the case, but Wendy picked up several spots in the hockey, so that's a cool one. Darian Hatcher going out to Dallas, and Wendy. Tony, how was the Florida trip? Did you enjoy the warm weather? Anything exciting from the trip? I'm glad the jersey made its way to you. All right. We're going to do this thing live here. So hit parade, Elite Hockey Puck. There are definitely some good names inside of here. I think I've been in breaks for hockey where I've seen Ovechkin come out of here. I think I've seen some of the younger guys. Celebrini, I think, is a lot of hit parade products. So that'll be pretty sweet. I mean, after today or after the Olympics, Jack Hughes would be a cool one. Hellebuck would be a really cool one. And it looks like there are two kind of seals here, guys. So hit parade a little bit different, but similar to what we got going on in Gold Rush. So two seals there. All right, let's do this thing. We got box 91. 91 out of 100. Darren picked the left-hand side. I'm going to pull the sleeve, slice the seals, and we're going to do this thing. All right. Good luck to all the teams in hockey. We got a nice hit for Dallas. How about another nice hit come out of here? All right, here we go. 91 100. There goes the sleeve. And then we've got two stickers now. They didn't have that before, so they must have heard that I'm into the transparency side of things. All right, there goes the one seal. There goes the second. All right, good luck to all teams. Got a hit for Wendy. How about a hit for somebody else too? All right. Here we go. Hit parade. All right. All right. Looks like a decent one here. This one looks like it's Canucks, if I'm not mistaken. So Canucks. And this one is Jonathan J.T. Miller. Jonathan J.T. Miller. Darren will have to let me know what I'm looking at here. Jonathan Miller. And it is certified. Kojo certified. Nice silver Sharpie. Yeah. Beautiful autograph. Jonathan J.T. Miller. All right, Darren said it's a nice hit. All right. I'm going to educate myself a little bit. For the guys that are new, I don't claim to be a very extremely well-versed hockey guy. I know enough about Chicago and some of the more recent guys because now me and my son are kind of getting back into it. But give me a second here while I educate myself. Jonathan J.T. Miller. Yeah, drafted by the Rangers in the first round. This is first round draft pick, 15th overall. Career plus minus of 39, 274 goals, 471 assists, 512 penalty minutes. Yeah, and this is Vancouver Canucks. Sweet. So Vancouver Canucks this week going out to Dave. This one's going out to Dave. There you go, Gino. Gino's got it right. I never claim to know everything unless, of course, the computer tells me. And, of course, that's where I get most of my knowledge anyway. So spot on. You're exactly right, Gino. Congrats out to Dave. Dave getting back on the horse there. Didn't have a hit last week. He was riding a pretty nice streak, and Opening up a new streak this week. JT Miller. Solid hit. Going on to Dave J. Congrats, Dave. All right. So we are down to baseball. So then I think we'll do the jersey first and then the signed and slabbed. So then Darian Hatcher here. I am going to move the Hit Parade box off to the side. Get it all bundled up for Dave. When it comes to RSA, just a single sticker there. If you guys remember, we did a lot of baseball bats with RSA. I have been on the hunt for some baseball bats, just haven't been able to find too many that are reasonable. So I'm hoping that as baseball kicks up here, I don't know if you guys are excited about it like I am, but we'll get some more baseball products in. I'll bring the bats back for sure. Just got to try to find some. So it's just the one seal for RSA. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams. We got several guys here for the baseball for the first time, so hopefully we can find a hit for somebody. All right, here we go. Just the seal there. In good working order. Good luck to all teams. How about a nice baseball hit here? Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that all day. We got Phil Necro. Phil Necro. That's a nice name. Necro. JSA cert. So JSA WP 383509. That's a nice one. Phil Necro. I think I've hit this jersey before myself personally. I think I sold it last year. I'll have to remind myself where this thing is going. In my head, I want to say Atlanta. Yep. So this one is Atlanta. This one's going out to the Braves. It's a nice hit on 35 on the blue. Necro. This one's going to Atlanta. Nice name. You'll join mix here in the front. The blues will stick together. All right. In Atlanta this week. Yeah, very nice. Sharp. Silver Sharpie there on the dark blue number. All right, Atlanta this week. Atlanta, we got Dave J. Heating back up again. So Dave takes down the hockey puck as well as the Necro. Dave starting up a new one. Necro Hall of Famer, 5-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove, ERA title, Clemente Award, big name pitcher. 95.9 WAR for this career. 318 wins, 335 on the ERA. Career ERA that matches his jersey number. That's pretty dope. I don't know why. I always have that's so satisfying to me. But anything that has to do with their stats and the number on their jersey is just extremely satisfying. So that's awesome, Phil Necro. Over 5,000 innings pitched. Oh my goodness. 24-year career. 24-year career. And 21 of them were with Atlanta. Whew. Yeah, knuckleballer, I think, is right. I think Mad Dad is on it. Yeah, it's a lost art. I would love to see some more knuckleballers come back, but man, now everything's about spin rate and things like that. I think it's a dying art. I think there's still a couple of guys. Anybody know offhand how many guys in the league right now are knuckleballers? Isn't there still one or two? Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, that one's going out to Dave. That's a nice hit. Congrats, Dave. Solid one there. All right. Last item of the night for baseball. We'll go signed and slabbed. We got a nice Eddie George there out of the football, signed and slabbed from Big Gino. So now we got hopefully another big name lurking inside of this guy. All right, let's do it. Quick little trip around the box. Oh, I said I was going to go opposite. Trying to get that good mojo from Darren's suggestion last week. So, all right, cellophane wrapping, secondary seal, black bag on the inside. All right, let's do it. Good luck to all teams. Yeah, I think John Ray, I think you're referring to like the national, like the signing convention and the sports memorabilia. If anybody makes it out to Chicago, man, let me know. I'll head out to the convention and I'll meet you up there. We'll head out for we'll get some lunch or something. Have a few drinks if you're into that and hang out if anybody goes there. I'm thinking about going myself, so if you make it up there. I know there's a few that are going on throughout the year, but Chicago hosts a pretty big one. And they do like free packs and stuff like that, and lots of athletes there signing memorabilia. You can get cards graded and stuff like that. So if anybody makes the trip out, let me know. Legitimately, I'll meet you up. We can catch some lunch or something. All right, here we go. Last item for the break here this week. Baseball. Sign and slab. Let's do it. When is it? Is a great question. I want to say it's in August. I want to say like early August, maybe like the first weekend of August. I'll double check here in a second. But I think it's every year or every second year. Ooh, there's a nice hit. Nice hit coming out of Signed and Slabbed, in my opinion. But then again, I'm a little biased. Michael Busch. This is 2019 Bowman Draft. Michael Busch on the Beckett 10. He's in a Dodgers jersey. This is a Dodgers hit. But he plays for the Cubs. And the Cubs absolutely fleeced the Dodgers on this deal. He was a roster casualty from all the pickups that they took. And he hit almost 30 home runs for the Cubs last year on like a really small deal. Definitely a great pickup by my Chicago Cubs. Yeah, I think that's dope. Michael Busch for the Dodgers. Bowman first. Beckett 10. Blue Sharpie there. Really nice player. Has him as a second baseman here on his first Bowman. Plays first base for the Cubs. And does it quite well, in my opinion. Born in Minnesota. All right, nice hit. That's a Dodgers hit. Nice hit for the Dodgers. I'm jealous of that one. All right. And when it comes to LA, we got our resident LA guy here. We got Jean-Ry. Jean-Ry in the house. So Jean-Ry takes down the Michael Busch, the first Bowman. I'm going to look up the National Sports Convention. Yeah, July 29th through August 2nd. It's in Rosemont, Illinois, which is just out of Chicago. There's also one in Detroit, Michigan. And that's going to be in 2028. So that should be pretty sweet. We should all head up there 2028. Hang out with Tony. 2028. Looks like they won the bid for that. But Chicago, July 29th through August 2nd. And you can buy like little tickets to get items signed by professional players. You can get pictures. It's great for kids and stuff. So that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, if anybody can make it out, let me know. We can get a group together. We go out for some pizza and do it big, Chicago style. All right. Real quick recap. We had the Michael Busch for Jean-Ry and the LA Dodgers. We had Phil Niekro for the Atlanta Braves. That one went out to Dave. We had Jonathan JT Miller come out of the puck this week for the Vancouver Canucks. That was also for Dave. Wendy took the Darian Hatcher for the Dallas Stars. And Eddie George got a nice hit come out of the sign and slab for football. Eddie George going out to the Titans and Big Gino. And then our first item of the break for football went out to a real Chargers fan. So we had Ron Mix, Hall of Famer for the Chargers and the Bolts. That one went out to Josh, real Chargers fan. And of course, the debate is up as to the real Bolts, if it's the Chargers or the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess only time will tell. All right, guys. That'll be the end of the break this week. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody that jumped in. If you're a new person, welcome aboard. I'm hoping you had a good time. I know not everybody can get a hit from week to week, but it is truly an enjoyable time. And for us to get some legendary break room people like Gino to come back, that was pretty exciting for me as well as everybody else. The commentary from last week was very enjoyable for me, so thanks again for that. We know next week there'll also be kind of a repeat of this week in terms of the first items that we did. But like I said at the beginning of the break, if you didn't catch it, we've got a multi-sport spot, which will be one multi-sport jersey, and then one of these multi-sport value packs that holds 3 cards. It could be signed and slabbed. It could be a swatch, like a rookie patch. It could be a rookie card. I've seen a couple of these open, and there's been some pretty decent stuff in there. So, but no pressure, guys. If you found it enjoyable, we'll break next Saturday. So it won't be Sunday next week. It'll be Saturday, same time, 9 p.m. Central. Hopefully, everybody that's dealing with the storms, it doesn't hit you too bad. I'm hoping that you guys pulled through here. I'm sure you always do, but hopefully it doesn't hit you too bad. Yeah, I wish you luck, Big Gino. Yeah, thanks for jumping back in. Thanks, Darren. Yes, I'm hoping next week for you, Darren. We've got some nice hockey hits. I'm hoping that we find you one. All right, guys. Go Team USA. Hopefully you enjoyed the Olympics as much as I did. I hope you guys have a great week. As always, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family. Those are the real important things in life. I enjoy coming here and hanging out with you guys weekly. Enjoy those little things. And I'll catch you guys here next week if you so choose. USA. USA. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Tony. Thank you, Mr. Darren. All right, everybody. Thanks for making it enjoyable. Let me know if you need anything. Have a great week. See ya. Transparency, transparency, transparency.